You're watching CNBC Africa, and this is the intersection of money and power. I am Karabole Tlatla. This is Political Capital. They were formed in 2013, and a year later, they received 6.35% of the national vote. According to polls like the Institute of Race Relations, the Economic Freedom Fighters is expected to double to about 11% of the national votes in 2019. On the show, we interrogate just that following the launch of its election manifesto. Later in the show, names continue to be dropped at the State Capture Commission of Inquiry. We'll give you some of today's highlights. And last but not least, we check in with the mining indaba currently taking place in the mother city. But first, Julius Malema and his Red Beret brigade launched their second party manifesto ahead of the national elections this May. They packed the Shoshanguve Giant stadium and rose to a crescendo. But outside of the captive audience, did Julius Malema win over any other constituency? Let's check out this report. The race for your vote is on. South Africa's third largest party, an unpredictable headache for its two largest rivals. One's your vote. With a delayed start, the Economic Freedom Fighters launched its election plan supported by friends and celebrities. 2019 marks the 5th year of existence for the Economic Freedom Fighters, and it is still hard to separate its leader's cult-like status with genuine support for the party. But that wasn't a worry for today. Numbers were.
All mine workers, the entry level must be 12,500 for all the mine workers who are at an entry level. The farm workers, 5,000. Manufacturing workers, 6,500. Retail workers, 5,000. Builders will earn a salary of 7,000. Petrol attendants, 6,500. Cleaners, 4,500. Domestic workers, 5,000. Security guards, 7,500. Waiters and waitresses, 4,500.
The EFF won 6.35% of the national vote in its first elections in 2014. Fast forward 5 years, much like the ruling ANC and its opposition, the DA, it is under a varying degree of pressure to grow its own numbers. But with the ANC's dirty laundry being broadcast through the State Capture Inquiry and the DA's continued internal problems, is Malema hitting the right notes with a growing number of disenfranchised young people like those here in Shoshanguve and beyond?
So much has happened for such a young political party. They've proven themselves to be, a force to be reckoned with in the political space. So they are a party to really consider as an alternative, to the usual, of course.
He's talking about substantial increases. I think it's going to be a hard one, but I think over long term, it's possible that he can achieve it. So not in the next year. In a long run.
Most of the promises, I just think like most politicians, are empty, especially this time of the elections coming up. They just want to tell people what they want to hear right now. I think a lot of parties are like that, and you have to think before you vote and make sure you vote for the right party.
Some argue the EFF's politics are too radical to attract a majority centrist population, and while half of the promises made on Saturday have no basis in economic reality, the EFF knows it is just rhetoric.
Corporate tax, meaning tax ya di company. So ya lena re shefase. Re nyaka o reduce le VAT to 14% from 15% because ebolaya batho ba o sokola. Re nyaka inheritance tax e odimo. Inheritance tax ke lwetjela batho ba di kirang bo papa bona le bo mao bona ba khwile mara ke bo mang batho ba kirang dilo tšeo ke the rich lena le kere selo ka inherita mokhuku.
But the party has surprised before and could do it again. The only thing that's certain is that the race for your vote is on.